Yellowstone was the first national park in the world. It was established on March 1st, 1872, and has since been a popular tourist attraction and home to many species of wildlife.
The most popular geyser in Yellowstone National Park is called Old Faithful. It's also the most famous geothermal feature in the world.
Old Faithful is a geyser that can reach up to heights of 200 feet.
It has been erupting for the past 135 years.
It is the oldest geyser in the U.S. It tends to erupt every 45 to 110 minutes, 20 times a day, giving it its name.
Old Faithful's temperatures reach over 400 degrees Fahrenheit.
Geysers are caused by heated groundwater which begins to rise through fractures in the rock.
A small spot on the rock fractures traps the hot water, causing pressure to build. Finally, pressure is released, causing steam and water to erupt from the vent.
Hey Kenzie, what can you tell us about the history of tourism at Old Faithful geysers?
Hi, I'm Kenzie Rowe, reporting from Butte High School today. We are talking about Yellowstone National Park. John Coulter first discovered Yellowstone National Park in 1807. Since then, the number of tourists has grown substantially. Over the years, in 2023, over 4 million people visited Yellowstone National Park. Back to you, Addie and Elliot.
Thanks for your insight on the matter, Kenzie. Grand Prismatic Springs is the most popular spring in Yellowstone. It can reach temperatures up to 190 degrees Fahrenheit. Its size is about 370 feet in diameter and is over 160 feet deep, making it the largest spring in the U.S. and the third largest in the world. Different species of heat-loving bacteria live in its waters, giving the spring multicolored layers with colors like blue, orange, green, and yellow.
A very well-known attraction in Yellowstone called Mud Pots is located at Artist Paint Pots, which is 3 miles south of Norris Geyser Basin.
Mud pots are started from standing surface water that is acidic enough to dissolve surrounding rock into clay.
Due to the highly acidic levels of the mud pots, the air is typically smells of sulfur.
The clay varies from white to pink, brown, orange, and gray.
Gas heating causes the bubbles to rise and erupt out of the clay.
Perfect.
One of the most known sites in Yellowstone is Mammoth Hot Springs, a hill of hot springs and travertine terraces which have been forming for thousands of years.
Mammoth typically has surface water at the temperature of 170 degrees Fahrenheit and is made up of approximately 100 hot springs.
The Old Faithful Inn was designed by Robert C. Reamer and cost about $140 at the time. The building was completed in 1904 and remains one of the largest wooden structures in the U.S. The lobby is 76 feet tall and the hotel has 140 guest rooms. Fort Yellowstone was built between 1891 and 1913 and cost approximately $700,000. It was originally built to house soldiers and is now used as a visitor center. The bison population in Yellowstone has ranged from 3,000 to 6,000 bison. Yellowstone National Park has the largest population of bison in the U.S. At one time, as little as 24 bison lived in Yellowstone. The National Park Service's preservation efforts helped reestablish the bison population to sustainable levels. Bison have lived in Yellowstone since prehistoric times, and tribes including, but not limited to, Blackfeet, Salish, Kootenai, and Nez Perce have hunted them.
Elk are the most abundant large mammal in Yellowstone, with herd sizes that can be more than 30,000.
They've been living in Yellowstone National Park for at least 1,000 years.
Around 500 bighorn sheep currently live in Yellowstone National Park. They have lived in Yellowstone for thousands of years, and the Shoshone sheep eaters relied on them as primary food sources. Bears have been living in Yellowstone for thousands of years. Black bears are the most common bear species in Yellowstone National Park. There are around 600 black bears in Yellowstone. The other kind of bear that can be found in Yellowstone are grizzly bears. While the odds of seeing a black bear are higher than seeing a grizzly bear, there are around 900 of them in Yellowstone, 300 more than the black bear population.
Oh, look at this. Water bubbling up here. You think this is hot? Should I touch it?
Sure.
All right. Oh!
Fort Yellowstone was built in 1891 and Fort Yellowstone was built in between. Why did I say that? Springs, a hill of hot springs and travertine terraces, which have been forming for thousands of years. Called Mud Pots, is located at Artist Paid Pots, which is are called mud pots. Called mud pots, which are located at Artist Paid Pots, which is 3 miles.
Reporting from Butte High School live right now. Elliot Longton has been attacked by a bear. Get on the ground. I've been about to run.
Wait, so wait, what do you want me to do?
Get on the ground.
I'll just be standing here like.
Okay. Like I'm gonna fin about to run. Coulter first discovered Yellowstone National Park in 1807. Hi, I am Kenzie Rowe, reporting from Butte High School. Today we will be talking about Yellowstone. Bighorn sheep, around 500 bighorn sheep currently lived in Yellowstone National Park. Bears have lived in Yellowstone.